Hello guys, welcome to the 12th video of free Fiverr series with Aisha Khalid on Ash Knows. I'm here with another video to answer one of the most popular questions, how to get your first order on Fiverr. So let's begin. See, the entire process of getting your first order on Fiverr revolves around making your gigs as much visible to buyers as possible. So once buyers are able to see your gigs, it becomes easier to find your first client and get sales on your gig. So basically, there are three major ways to make buyers notice your gig and place orders with you. So in this video, we are going to discuss those three ways and see in detail how they can help you to get your first order. Right? So let's begin with the three ways. So alright, these are the three methods. Number one is ranking your gig on the first page of Fiverr. Number two is responding to buy requests. And the third one is sharing gig on social media and forums. So if you believe that you already know about these ways, you can skip this video and invest your time somewhere else. But if you think you don't know about it, please stay tuned because we're going to discuss all of these things in detail today, right? So let's begin with the first method, like the ranking gigs on the first page of Fiverr. Another important point that I want to clear here is once you successfully get your first order on Fiverr by applying these tips and tricks that we'll discuss today, you can use the same process repeatedly to find even more buyers and keep on getting orders on your gig. Right? It's not a one-time process. You can use it repeatedly to generate more and more sales on your gig. Right? So let's begin with the first method, which is ranking your gig on the first page of Fiverr, right? So basically I'm in my Fiverr account right now. So all of the sellers working on Fiverr, their major goal is to make their gigs rank on the first page. Once your gigs start appearing on the first page of Fiverr, you automatically start getting a lot of orders without putting so much effort. So your ultimate goal on Fiverr is to rank your gig on the first page, right? What is the first page basically? The page I'm talking about is, for example, I'm looking for content writer and I'll write here content writer. So you can see all of these gigs are shown to me and these are the content writers that are available on Fiverr. Now, if you are a content writer and your gig is visible on this page in the top few options, it will be much easier for you to get orders on Fiverr. However, if your gig is ranking on the third, fourth, fifth, or eighth, ninth, 10th page, it will be a lot more difficult, right? It's not a rocket science. It's simple Fiverr ranking algorithm that you need to understand. You need to apply certain strategies to make your gig visible on the first page so that buyers can actually know that you exist, so that they can place orders, right? So in the last 10 videos of Fiverr series, we have discussed the entire process of ranking gigs in so much detail, I guess, right? So I'm not going to repeat the entire process. I'm going to provide you a brief summary of each step that we performed on ranking gigs on Fiverr, for ranking gigs on the first page of Fiverr, right? So these are the steps that I'm going to discuss for the ranking gigs on the first page. So the number one step is completing your seller profile. So basically your seller profile has different options. So the first thing you need to do is to choose a professional username for your Fiverr profile. So for example, you can also use your own name or add the service you are offering to your name. If I'm offering content writing services on Fiverr, I can go for writer Aisha as my username, right? And the second point is use your own good quality picture for your Fiverr profile. Let me show you the profile page so that you can understand things better. Right, this is the seller profile page. So the first thing that I said to you is to choose a professional username. Use your own name or add the service you're providing to your name, right? This is the first point. The second point is to choose a very professional profile picture. This is not my profile picture, obviously. This is my brother's account that I'm using right now. So choose your professional profile picture for your Fiverr profile. And the third thing is, write a very catchy sentence below your picture right here, so that the buyer who is coming to visit your profile, he or she can look and understand at first sight that which service you're providing, right? Some kind of that kind of catchy line here, right? And after that, this is the profile description section. This one, write a very catchy description for your Fiverr profile. I have actually written separate articles for each of these steps, and I have mentioned all those links in the description for you to read or watch the read the article or watch the video. You may go through them. I'm just saving your time because I don't want to make this video unnecessarily long for you guys. So the first step was to choose good picture. Second was to choose a good name. Third was to write a very catchy line below your profile picture. And fourth is to write very professional kind of description here. So all of these have separate videos. You can watch them and learn how to do this, right? And while writing a description, keep in mind to add a call to action in the end. For example, you can write feel free to message me in my inbox, or you can contact me in my inbox, some kind of this kind of line in the description in this section. So this is the first step. This is the first step of completing seller profile, right? This is what comes in seller profile. The second step is doing keyword research. See, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of finding the right keywords to level up your game on Fiverr. You need to find the keywords that have low competition so that you can cut down the number of sellers who are competing with you to rank on the first page of Fiverr, right? Invest a lot of time to do detailed keyword research for your niche because it will really help you to generate long-term sales on Fiverr. Once you have identified the right keyword for your service, your game on Fiverr becomes really easy. I cannot emphasize this step enough. Many of the sellers who are not getting success on Fiverr, one of the major mistakes they are making is they are not investing their time in doing keyword research. Once you have the right set of keywords with you, and if you are using those keywords in your gig, nothing can stop you from ranking on the first page of Fiverr, right? I can bet this. All right, so this was the second step, doing keyword research. Now the third step is doing SEO of your gig. Now, for example, this is my gig. Now, SEO of a gig has certain steps that I wrote in a separate article, and I also made a video about that. You can watch that video or read that article for detailed tutorial. But now I'm going to provide you a quick summary. So, what are the steps? Number one is use keywords in your gig title. This is the gig title. Use your keywords in this title. 2 to 3 keywords are good to go. Alright, second one is choose the right category or subcategory. Let me show you what is the category and subcategory on Fiverr. If you're really new to this series, you might not know that. Alright, so this is the gig title and this is the category. Choose the very appropriate kind of category and then subcategory for your service, right? It's very important. Then choose you can also provide your gig metadata here, like never leave any option empty, always fill all of the options that Fiverr is providing you in the gig. Okay, one of the most important step in your gig is to find the right tags for your gig. See what other sellers are using and choose from the set of keywords that you have picked from Fiverr and use different tags in your gig, right? Never write the same kind of tags. For example, if I'm providing whiteboard video service, I will not write whiteboard video, whiteboard SEO video, whiteboard animation video. Instead of this, I will write whiteboard video, business video, black and white video, video editing, this kind of like separate kind of words that can help you to rank on different kind of words on Fiverr, right? All right, so this was the first step, and the second step for gig SEO is pricing. Let me save this. So about pricing, I will suggest you to keep your prices low temporarily, because if you're a new seller, you are competing with a lot of people on Fiverr who are really good in their niche and they're already getting orders. So in order to catch buyers and win clients, you can keep your prices low in the beginning and then increase them once you have 15 to 20 good reviews on your profile. This can boost your chances of getting orders. I will not suggest you to sell yourself cheap, but set affordable or minimal prices in the initial days and then gradually increase your rates once you start getting good reviews on your profile, right? And the next step is, let me open this one. So we have discussed the gig title, gig category, gig tags, gig's price, and now we are about to discuss gig description. Okay, so about gig description, use 5 to 6 keywords in your gig description. From the set of keywords that you have picked up, use 5 to 6 keywords in the description, and add a call to action at the end of your gig description to encourage buyers to contact you or place an order. Always write a very professional kind of gig description so that buyers may know that you know your game and you are an experienced person, even though you're newer on Fiverr, but you know how to do your work, right? The next step is, if you have some samples to show, like if you have already done some work and if you want that to show to your buyers, you can add those files to your gig. Even if you are new, buyers can see that. Okay, they will not allow me to go to the next section before I complete this, so let me show you this one. Okay, so always add some files. Like if you're a content writer, you can add some Word files or PDF files of the articles you have written. If you design videos, logos or something like that, you can add videos, pictures in the gig as your portfolio. So it's always good to have a portfolio to show to buyers that you know your work and you can be the right person for their job, right? They feel more confident once you have something to show to them before they place orders with you. All right, so next step is, once your gig is this is very important point, by the way. Once your gig is ranking on the first page of Fiverr, don't make unnecessary changes unless it's necessary. For example, what I'm trying to say here is, once your gig is ranking on the first page, never change anything like the price, the picture or something, unless and until it's very very important for you, because once you make any change in your gig, you lose your rank pretty quick, right? So avoid making changes if your gig is ranking in the first few pages. But if it's already ranking on the 6th, 7th or 8th page, you can make changes and optimize it in a way that it can come to first, second or third page. But never make unnecessary changes to your gigs. You may lose your ranking or stats while doing this, right? So we have now covered the first method of getting your order on Fiverr, which was ranking your gigs on the first page, right? You may take screenshots of these pictures. I've designed them especially for you guys. So we have now discussed this first method, ranking gig on Fiverr's first page, right? We are actually discussing this method in the last 10 videos, so this was nothing new. The new thing is responding to buyer request. The second one is responding to buyer request. So this is something new for you guys because I haven't discussed it earlier. Let me show you what buyer request is. Fiverr basically has a section that is reserved for buyers, where they post jobs and hire people for their work. You can access this section here, like go to more and you can see this buyer request section here, right? Click this section and you will see a number of jobs posted here. Because this is not an operational account, so you will not see a lot of things here. Let me show you my account. I'm not sure. All right, let's go to buy request. Okay, So you can see I have almost 1994 requests active right now. See, so this is the golden opportunity for all the new sellers to find jobs, right? This is your go-to chance for to find your first clients. You have the option of sending 10 offers every day, right? You can apply to 10 jobs. These are all the jobs that you're seeing here. They have set their offer duration and budget. You can apply to 10 jobs every day. So use this opportunity very religiously to find your first order on Fiverr. I don't usually send buy requests because I already have a lot of long-term clients on Fiverr, so I don't really need to send buy requests. But in the beginning, you can see I have only sent 147 total requests on Fiverr. And you can see I have almost 1994 requests active right now. So you can apply to these jobs as a new seller, and I'm pretty much sure that if you're writing your description right, you will get your first order in a week or two. There are some rules that you should follow while writing your profile description, which is like always write customized job offer. Never do that. Never send the same kind of description into each job you're applying. You will never get any job. Never copy paste the simple template to each job that you're applying to, because doing so you will not be able to generate even a single sale, right? And the second point is, while writing a Fiverr description buyer request, is instead of talking about yourself, your expertise, your experience, write about how you have understood the job. Ask questions to the buyers so that they can have an idea that you know your job. They can have an idea that you are interested in their work. Instead of telling them about yourself, tell them about their job, that how you have understood their requirements, right? So this shows that you have confidence to work on their requirements because you have understood them pretty well, right? Third point is write a very concise, very precise kind of description. There is no need to write 12 to 1500 words in the buyer request, because nobody has got time to read your long paragraphs, and there's no need to be extra formal with your words. Just write in business casual and light tone, because it should show that you are a genuine person. You're not a robot working with them. You're a human who knows what he is doing. You are not copy pasting the same kind of thing again and again. So use a very business casual type kind of tone. And the last and the most important point is, for example, if this person has the budget of $25 and you are a new seller on Fiverr, right? So what you can do to get your first order is, you can apply to their job and you can send them the offer of $20 instead of $5. You can send the offer of $20, right? So this will help you to get your first order. Actually, this will boost your chance of getting the job. So this is a quick strategy that you can use to get orders, because it works. Actually, it works with a lot of buyers on Fiverr, because everyone is looking to get minimal good services at minimal rates. So you can use this strategy to get your first few orders on Fiverr, right? I hope you got my point about buyer requests, right? So this was all about buyer request. Now we are going to discuss the third method, which is sharing your gigs on social media and forums. So social media is also another great way to provide exposure to your Fiverr profile and get your first client. There are so many groups on social media where people post jobs on regular basis and hire professional freelancers. You can also be a part of those groups, interact with people, and share your Fiverr gig link with them, right? I am a part of several groups. If you are from Pakistan, you can join Fiverr Pakistan group, Fiverr and Upwork Pakistan. These are the groups on Fiverr that I'm a part of, and people post jobs here, and you can apply to those jobs. You can share your gig link with them, that you are willing to work on Fiverr with them. So this also helps you to get your clients through social media. Some platforms that you can use, LinkedIn has an amazing kind of potential to get clients. You learn how you can use LinkedIn to network with people and get long-term clients. You can use Facebook, you can use Instagram, and you can use Pinterest. These are the 4 major platforms that I would suggest you to put your time in. and try to gather clients from there. But now there is another thing. This strategy will work if you're a new seller. Like, I will recommend getting clients on social media only if you're a new seller, right? But I will not recommend this method in the long term, because usually the rates are low. People posting jobs on social media do not provide very high rates. So most of the time people actually don't take care of work ethics as well. So only go for this method in your initial days, like when you're a beginner, and once you have some reviews on your profile, once you successfully get some reviews from your social media clients on your Fiverr profile, you can start doing efforts to rank your gig on the first page of Fiverr, right? This is a temporary method that you can use to find clients. This is not a long-term method. Like, if you want to get successful on Fiverr, sharing your gig on social media is not a long-term strategy you can use. If you ask me about the long-term strategy that I have used for my account, it's ranking your gig on the first page of Fiverr. I have put all of my efforts doing that, and now I have pretty good long-term clients on Fiverr, right? And other thing is Quora. Let me show you this form as well. If I have active, all right, let me sign in. Okay, this is a question answer platform, Quora. People actually post jobs here. Sorry, not jobs. People actually post questions here, and rest of the community answer to their questions. So I've also been a part of this platform from almost a year now, and it provides you really good exposure. Like, I shared the link of my blog here, and people actually visit the blog, and I actually get exposure. You can see this is 22k content views in past 48 months. Like, I have not used it recently, but when in the days when I used this platform, it generated really amazing results for me. So what you can do is you can sign up and be a part of Quora. You can pick up your niche, and then you can help people with the knowledge you have. For example, if you are interested in freelancing, you can select the freelancing niche, and then you can start answering the questions of people who are looking for knowledge in this niche, right? While answering the questions, what you can do is you can put the link of your Fiverr gig in the answer, even only if it is relevant. I will not suggest you to spam and add the link of your Fiverr gig in each answer in each question you are answering. Just try to keep your game real. Wherever you're working, put the link of your gig only if it's relevant to that question you are answering, right? So this platform can also help you to get long-term clients for Fiverr. So all right guys, these were the 3 methods that I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to answer your most popular question, that how to get my first order on Fiverr, and how did you get your first order on Fiverr. So these were some tips that I used, and that they worked pretty well for me, so I decided to share them with you all, right? So let's get back to this and do a quick summary. Like, 3 ways are ranking your gig on the first page, second one is responding to buyer requests, and third one is sharing your gig on social media or forums, right? Now, if you have missed any step, and if you want to remind those steps, let me show you something. Okay, so this is the article that I have written on this exact topic, best ways to get your first order on Fiverr. I have actually discussed all of the things that I'm speaking right now in this article, with screenshots for your convenience and for your ease. So if you want to learn more about this topic, or if you have missed any point, you can read this article. It has all the information. I have added the link in the description as well. So I hope you will find it really helpful. Okay, that's a wrap, my friends. I'll be back with the next video soon, inshallah. Take care. Allah Hafiz.